Well, hello there, guys and gals of YouTube world. Enjoy my windblown hair. I'm sitting down on my dock under my tiki hut. But first of all, it's Wednesday, August the 10th, 2022, and I'm making this video for you guys. Some of you request I make a video on my tiki hut. So I'm going to show you some stuff on the tiki hut in here a little bit. But I'm going to talk about my secrets to success, okay? And it is breezy, so that's kind of cool. Cools me down. It's a little warm day. And the water is moving in with the tide, so it's kind of high right now. And let me see if I can show you something right there. There it is. You see that? That's my kayak laying up there. It's upside down. The missus and I took it out yesterday evening just for a little jaunt around the waterways here. So, yep, that's things I do also besides just swimming on my pool, walking the neighborhood every night, sitting down here enjoying myself. We kayak. So anyway, and there's probably a boat on my list too. Something to do. So anyway, getting all seriousness here, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm just mazske. If you hear any loud noise there, it's trash day. That's a trash truck driving by, I guess. We have everything from a recycling truck, trash truck, and a truck to pick up palm tree fronds and stuff that fall down. You may hear some wind chimes. You may hear some birds chirping at times. So anyway, the secrets to my success, I'll attribute them to two things, and I'll expand on them and some other things. First of all, ever since I was a young man, I have been frugal. Yes, I had periods of time in my life I spent my entire paycheck. But yet, out of that paycheck, before I spent it all, I might take $50 out and save it, and then I'd spend the rest of it. Okay? So, but I'd always been frugal. From as a kid, it was just ingrained in me, I think, for whatever reason. You know, I was born that way, nature versus nurture, whatever. It was a combination of both, I think. I got it from my parents and from what I was exposed to. I've been frugal all my life. All right. I'll add in, I've never made a lot of money. Okay, in any job I ever had. I never chased the big bucks, shall we say, in the job. I went more for happiness and time off to spend with my kids than chasing promotions. I turned down promotions in the police department. I did in the Navy, but I did in the police department. So the second secret to my success is, this is a key one. It's a key one that most Americans lack. Other Americans are frugal, and other Americans have this trait, but so many Americans lack both of these, okay? And that is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. All right, I'll try to give you an example. I was, early on, when I was in the Navy, I was stationed in the country of Panama. It was 1987. I wanted to get a motorcycle. I found a motorcycle. I think I had it within 7 to 10 days of moving to that country. And it was 1987, I bought a 1981 Suzuki GS400, I believe. So it was 6 years old. Bought it from a guy in the Army, the sergeant in the Army. So I bought it for Fort Clayton, Army base. I don't know if any of you have been to Fort Clayton, but he was stationed there. He was getting ready to transfer out. And he was a much bigger guy than I was. I was probably 125, 130 pounds then. So he said it pulled him around just fine, and it really pulled me around fine. And me and the missus, when we started dating, we rode around that bike together until she got tired of it for getting muddy at times and wet in the rainy season and so on. And so on. I got soaked so many times there. But anyway, let's see. So delayed gratification. That was just, say, an example of not buying a brand new vehicle. Fast forward a few years in life, I was stationed in the state of Maine after Puerto Rico. Stationed in Maine, I was working gate guard, and I was duty. And there's two young guys there. I was in E6 at the time, and there's two young guys there in E3, and both of them had bought sporty little cars. They had made E3, got promoted to E3 from E2, and bought little sports cars, whatever kind they were. And I was at the gate both times when tow trucks came through to repossess their vehicles, because their eyes were bigger than their wallets. They wanted these new cars, and there's always a car salesman that will sell it to you. They want their money, their commission, whatever they get. This water's getting really high. I like that. I might go kayaking again today. So anyway, then delayed gratification. I've done it all my life. When I bought my house in Virginia, I paid extra on that house. I sacrificed. I used the furnace. I bought the house in July of 1998. That for winter, I used the furnace like one time basically, and I got a natural gas bill of $400. And I was like, whoa, I can't afford to pay that. I get paid $800 a paycheck. My mortgage is about $800. So I got one paycheck as the mortgage, and if my gas bill is $400, I was like choking. I can't afford that. So I went and got an electric radiator style heater. And the second winter I got a second one, and the third winter I got a third one. So I had these spread throughout my house because a furnace was too expensive. It was out of my budget. I couldn't afford it. Most Americans would have done it. Most Americans would have taken a loan out to put their furnace in. I sucked it up because back then electricity was cheaper than gas. My electric bill never topped out. And all the years I lived in the house, $100, $110, $120 a month. And I was using those electric heaters all winter. Once I made that decision, I never turned that furnace back on. It stayed off for 10 years. I didn't get a new furnace for 10 years. Okay? That's just an example. I, myself, have never bought a new car in my life. Okay? I did buy a new car for the missus 2 years ago, I guess, because she was working a job 7 days a week, hard at work. And I figured she deserves something. She sacrificed a lot, so I helped her out. And it was her too. We both did it. We bought a new car for her. So anyway, I'm drinking mud water. All right, it's pleasant down here on the dock. It's probably pushing 90 degrees, but I'm in the shade right now for this tiki hut roof. So then, and the breeze is blowing, as you can tell by my wind-blown hair. So anyway, today I've been doing different things. Let me see. I got these new sunglasses on. Okay, 7 minutes. I need transition lenses, but I don't have them just yet. And I can't really look over or under these to see the little clock that's ticking there. Sign of the times. I'm no longer 20 years old. So anyway, you want to see what my tiki hut looks like, don't you? I'm getting ready to show you in just a minute. All right, so with that being said, if you're not frugal, develop that trait. If you don't understand delayed gratification, develop that trait. If you own a house right now and you're struggling to pay the mortgage, think seriously about selling it if you can find something like this and buy a duplex, triplex, or a quadplex so you can house hack, so you can live and with perhaps no housing expense. All right. So anyway, my tiki hut. I've lived in this house now for a year and a half. I wanted a dock and tiki hut from day one. It took a year and a half to get completely done. It took me a while to decide which company to go with. It took me a while to actually pull the trigger, put the deposit down, and so on and so on. This morning, I've been doing different things. I am refinancing one of my properties, so I've been crunching numbers, doing spreadsheets, getting help with my mastermind group. They're helping me out, is what they're doing, some of them. Some folks in my mastermind group are just quiet. They rarely, if ever, post, and they need to post, or they may get booted out of the group because they don't post. But anyway, I also signed a proposal for another trash truck coming. I signed a proposal for an electrician. I had an electrician come, today's Wednesday, they came on Monday. Got some lie. Electrician came on Monday, gave me an estimate yesterday for this tiki hut. What he's going to do, and they're backlogged. They won't do the work till middle of September. I'm going to stand up here. All right, I'm going to stand up here. Let me get up. I'll show you my chairs in just a minute. You got a glimpse of them earlier. But you can see in the background a little bit of the thatch roof hanging down. All right, so, but anyway, what he's going to do, let me show you real quick if I can do this. Look at that roof up there. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me just spin around a little bit. Let me see if I can get to the very tippy top. I can't see what it's showing. All right, you should have been able to see that, I think. I couldn't see it. But we're going to put a ceiling fan up there at the tippy top. It's going to hang down a little bit. So we'll have that ceiling fan. We're going to put an outlet. It'll be on this pole over here. Somewhere up on the piling near the top, I think, up there. And where you see those, like that, I don't know what you call it, a rafter, cypress wood around there. I'll probably get LED lights, small LED lights to drape around there. So I'll have I want to get the lowest wattage lights I can find. I don't know what they'll be. Because I don't want a bright light there. I want a dim light. Okay. But the ceiling fan will have a light bulb on it. We'll put an outlet down below. So there's an outlet here. So I don't know if we ever need it. Want to plug something in, a radio. Why? Got a cell phone. Charge my cell phone. You know, some folks put a refrigerator down here. I'm not going to do that. The electrician said, maybe you want to put a TV down here. No, big no. I'm not going to put a TV on my dock. This is to, you probably hear birds, right? You know, I'm not going to put a TV down here. So anyway, it's a 4-pole tiki hut. You can see 2 of them there. There's one, there's the other one, there's 4 poles. All right, the dock itself, you can see my decking. It's a 12 by 12 dock. Let me walk over here just a bit without falling. You can see right down there, that's a 5-foot wide by 12-foot long dock. That's where I launched my kayak from. If you can see, I don't know how well you can see it. Yeah, you can see that ladder there. The water is it's high tide right now here, so that water's up pretty high, which makes it easy. If I put the kayak down there, it's almost like I got to step up to get into the kayak. All right, so we got that. I hang out down here a lot. I come down a couple times a day. I see all kinds of fish in that water, all kinds of fish. When I was kayaking yesterday down at the other end, we met some people. I don't know if they're new here or what, but they're like, you guys be careful. And they're kind of nervous, and they're like, why? I said, there's an alligator down here. And I said, is there a big one? They said, no, it's a little baby one, 3 feet wide, 3 feet long. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not worried about it. I got a 12-foot kayak and I got paddles. If they're not going to approach, they're going to be intimidated by the size of my kayak. But if they weren't and they approach, I'm going to smack with my paddle. No big deal. So anyway, give you a look up there. And you can see I got that rope there and black caps on there. What I'm thinking about doing is adding a second rope halfway down. And because a couple reasons. One, say if I ever had a kid here, if there's 2 ropes, they'd have to climb through it. If there's 1 rope and they're little, they might just step off and fall under. I don't want that. We see those Adirondack chair there. There's another one. They just came in. I got 1 in whenever it arrived, Monday, I think, and 1 in yesterday, or 1 in on Sunday, 1 in, I forget when they came in. But I got them, they're from Highwood, and it's like a polywood, they call it polywood lumber, kind of like, but it's, let me sit down here, I'll tap it. You know, it's like the same material as my decking. It's a plastic. It's, you know, it's a plastic, but it's not your normal plastic. Highwood, what they do is they offer a 12-year residential warranty. So it's a 12-year warranty with the chairs. And I am going to walk out and show you the tiki hut from outside too in a minute. But you get a 12-year warranty. They're foldable and they're adjustable. I'm not going to get down on the floor there and show it to you. But they're adjustable Hamilton chairs. Highwood, Hamilton, folding, adjustable Adirondack chairs. I got 2 right now and I got 2 more coming in. They won't be here probably till, what is it? I think next Sunday. And then I'll have to put them together. Took me a little bit the first one, the second one I did yesterday in about 15 minutes. You got to actually drill a couple holes. They have all these pre-drilled holes, but you got to drill a total of 4 more holes. It's like, why don't they pre-drill those? I don't know. So anyway, so there'll be 4 chairs down here. I do have a folding table on order. The color is Nantucket blue, so it'll match. It's from the same company, Highwood. It'll match those chairs. And just so you know, if you're interested in something like this, I'm not a salesman. I'm not a rep from the company. I don't get a commission for this. But I got the chairs. If you go to the Highwood's website, their price, it seems like the best deal I could find is like $328 a chair, plus or minus. If you go to Amazon, it depends on the color, you will find a variety of prices. They have like 7 or 12 different colors to choose from. I just got 1. And the prices range from maybe a low of $240 to a high of maybe $400 or $500. Some of them, they're expensive. But I did get the color I got. I got the first 2 at $256, I think it was. And then they had a 5% coupon on it, so whatever that coupon knocked off. And the second 2 I ordered, the price was $243 and still had a 5% coupon. Okay, so anyway, a couple more things on the dock. I paid for a plumber to come. You see a hose laying down there. We installed a faucet. Can you see it? I can't. I got a glare from the sun. I can't see it. Put a faucet down there, but we had to run a water line from an outdoor faucet up near the front of my house. and they had trouble digging because there's a lot of roots in there from when I cut down a bunch of trees. So there was a lot of roots in there. It took them a while. So anyway, I paid a pretty penny for that, but we got a water line down here. Electrician is going to be cheaper than the plumber. Electrician is going to be about $1,600 for all the work they want to do, because they got to run power for my boat lift, which is right back there. And that's delayed gratification. I don't have a boat yet. There are people I know that they don't have delayed gratification. They go in debt and they worry they can't pay their debt because they just got to have what everyone else has. They got to get that boat. They got to get this. They got to get that. Me, I'm willing to wait. I will wait and wait till I have the money. I want to pay cash or come close to paying cash for it. There's a turtle down there. There's a turtle. That one's swimming away. It might not be the same one. It will, we first saw it, it will swim up to us and just sit in the water, just looking at us, waiting. So I know someone's been feeding it. So we got some Cheerios and we dropped a Cheerio down, and then the turtle, oh, there's a bunch of fish down there too. I think it's snook. There's like half a dozen fish I can see right now swimming. Cool. I see them more in the mornings, and as the day progresses, the water kind of darkens up because of the sun, and I don't see them as good. And you won't see them you probably can't see them on this. But it's fascinating down here. I'm standing over top the water. I have fish. I may see an alligator. I've seen manatees. I got a picture of a manatee literally right at the foot of my dock, putting its head up, its snout out of the water, and just swimming right by. It's fascinating. It's fun. So let me show you a quick picture. Show you what the tee looks from walking up. Sun's bright up here. All right. So you can see it down there. You can see it down there. All right, cool. We'll walk back down in the shade. I got my mud water down here too. So anyway, quiz. What are the secrets to my success? It's being frugal. It's delayed gratification. That's the two key things. Running a third close behind it is I learned how to invest. Learn how to invest in stocks. Learn how to invest in real estate. Learn how to invest in oil drilling and mineral rights acreage. I did that by reading. You got to read in life, and I know some younger folks in particular don't want to read. They're used to electronics. Maybe they want to listen. But if you can develop the habit of picking up a book, sitting down and reading it, like I plan maybe tomorrow to start in the morning. I came down this chair where I'm sitting in now this morning with the Sudoku puzzle, the morning puzzle, and I sat here and did it, but it was distracting because birds were chirping, fish were jumping. It was distracting, took me longer. So, but I'm gonna try to get in the habit of coming down here in the morning when it's still a little cooler in the shade and read 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long I read for. So we shall see. All right, so if you're watching this, I consider you a friend of mine. I may not know you, you may never comment, you may never post, but my email address is always in the description. I may be slow to reply sometimes because I do get busy, but shoot me an email. Maybe if you are willing to talk investing, you can hang out on my dock, because one of the requirements is if anyone stops by to visit me, unless they're family, that's different. If anyone else stops by to visit me, we got to talk investing on this dock, which was paid for with investments. Okay. All right. Good enough. Water's still moving in. It'll keep moving in for a little bit. It's slowing down, so it'll stabilize and it'll start the process of moving back out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe. I always forget to say that at the beginning. Try to subscribe. Click the thumbs up if you like it. Feel free to comment. All right. And maybe I'll meet you one day. And one last thing. I did tell the missus a little bit ago. People don't always believe me, but this channel won't be here forever. I get busier and busier. I want to enjoy life. And now with that being said, maybe I'm just being facetious or something. Maybe I will keep making videos. I don't know. Because I don't edit. It just takes a little bit of time. It takes me more time to upload it sometimes than it does for me to record it. And I do like talking. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I plan to get a boat at some point once I can pay cash for it. I plan to rehab that pool up there. I've shown you videos. I've showed you the pool before. I want to completely rehab that pool and make it an absolutely stunningly beautiful pool. That's my goal, at least. We'll see how it comes out. And I'm still not sure I'm going to stay in this house either. hit my 2-year mark here in, I don't know, 6 months. I'm not sure I'm going to stay. All right, there's still fish down there. It's soothing, it's relaxing, therapeutic. All right, good enough. I got to sign off. Y'all take care, stay safe, and keep loving life, and make sure you start investing. Mazske is signing out.